Well, hello. Excuse me while I cough up a lung. No, I'm alright. Sorry, just hay fever. Well, not hay fever. It's sort of a combination of the seasons changing and things like that. I'm feeling a little bit offish, and generally, I've had a sunburn that's been itching me, and I haven't been feeling completely 100% lately, but I'm doing okay. So pretty reasonable anyway. So, my point is anyway that what have I been doing of late? Basically, the things that I've sort of been trying to do. I now have a crowd support thing on my channel. So if you're interested in supporting my channel and me getting newer technologies and being able to review them for you, and go through some of the quirks and good stuff and bad stuff of technology and things like that, or as I said, you can contribute any amount, small or big or small. So yeah, you're quite welcome to. So if you're interested in that, definitely put that on the note, or make a note of that for my channel. Aside from that, my channel, I've been doing mostly lately just tech support, little tech support videos, not tech support videos, but like repair videos on laptops and hardware, just the hardware that I use around the environment that I'm in. I mean, a percentage of it's sort of reconditioned, some of it's brand new, some of it's the hand-me-downs from previous processors that I've ended up upgrading from. So, what I was actually playing, what I have been playing of late, I played about 8 hours in total of GTA 5, which I played about 3 hours when I originally got it, about 3 or 4 hours, and I really, really am quite impressed with how well the port works. It really does work great. It's a great port. It's very nice. I'm ecstatically happy with the performance of the game and generally how it works on my rig. No big issues with it. Not falling over on itself. I'm just going to put these apps. Like, it's not shitting itself, it's not crapping itself, it doesn't feel like it's shithouse, and it doesn't feel like the actual system is falling apart, and, things are absolutely... Yeah, look, it runs beautifully, and it runs very nicely. I have had a little stutter issues here and there, but I think it's probably just an SLO profile thing that probably needs to be updated. But it was only a tiny stutter anyway, and most of the time I was pretty good with most circumstances I was playing in. If I played it from my external speakers, I think I was playing it from my headset originally, and you can play it through the external speakers as well. So what I've created I've done a recent video which I did some missions in and everything else. There's some videos which I have to do, which is some unboxing videos of my modem, which I sort of started mucking around with my modem a little bit. Not extensively, just a little bit with my modem. The problem I'm having at the moment is my connection is, to be honest, it's in a state of disarray and disrepair because of the actual lines being the issue. Changing the modem, I mean, don't get me wrong, this product, it's a good modem. It's just the fact that my line is a piece of shit to start with, so regardless of whether changing the modem didn't really make a great deal of difference. I mean, a little bit of difference maybe, and not so much. I mean, it sort of comes and goes, really, depending on the situation. And to be honest, the only way to really fix the problem is for me to actually move to a new place. But that won't come probably later on if I could find a place which was decent, and had a decent connection. So I've got, as well as that, I've got an unboxing of the modem. I've got an unboxing of, which I'm not sure whether I'll do it. I might do it. I'll probably end up putting it up. The unboxing of the modem. I've got the unboxing of my new keyboard, which is, my keyboard is quite nice, by the way. What else? I don't remember what that one was. Hello, YouTube. How you doing? Oh yeah, that was the one I did in front of the camera. So I actually did a whole thing in front of the camera. I think I've got most. Actually, to be honest, let me just double check. But I think most of these I've actually got in my upload spot. The problem is I need to upload them. This is the issue, people. So I've got computers around the house, which is a house and workbench, which it basically looks at the computers that I have around the house and the workbench and everything else. Then I got GTA 5 PC testing, playing with settings at 4K, so I was actually playing on 4K. Project Build, which I'm working on, something I'm working on at the moment, and my review for my keyboard. I don't think I ended up doing the one for my modem. So I know maybe I will discount that and probably won't do that one. That was just a little unboxing of the modem. To be honest, it doesn't make much of a difference. I mean, not that it's a crappy modem. I mean, to be honest, I should probably put it up anyway just to show the unboxing of the modem. I mean, they didn't pay a lot for the box. Then I've got random tech talk stuff, and I talk about my new toolkit which I picked up, which was quite nice. It's a nice little toolkit which has a lot of different tools that you can use. So basically these are all the current videos that I have to upload, which, you know, they're not the size of them. Some of them is okay. That's 4 gigabytes. That's 600. You know, I mean, the problem I have is like big footage, big ones like this, which is 16 gigabytes, which is the GTA 5 footage, which was a lot of footage because I pretty much went from the beginning of the game. In combinations of going from the beginning of the game a little bit, I also ended up, as well as going through the beginning of the game, I also ended up spacing it off, I believe. Yes, I spaced it off because, well, if I remember correctly, I kept on going in and out of Windows, basically changing the settings and seeing if I can get the settings just right. So I had a good performance to look ratio on GTA 5, basically. You know, so, because I mean, I'm running everything at 4K, so, you know, I had to adjust those settings until they were suitable for the game, basically. Because I mean, if you really shove things over the top of the textures, it's gonna fucking lag out something bad. I mean, it does, you know, the rates ends up being really shitty. But my point that I'm trying to make is that I play GTA 5, I've been playing that, I've been getting that on and off. I've been enjoying it immensely, so far. I've got the GTA 5 on Xbox as well, which I have been playing on and off as well. I still play Xbox version because I play that with my girlfriend and other people that I have on Xbox Live. Let's see. So what else have I got? Anyway, that's pretty much that. I've decided that pretty much what I'm planning to do at this point. I've got a few laptops and things, and I've got a few things I want to sell. I haven't got around to actually listing them up and putting them up on eBay or anything of that nature at this point, just because last few weeks I haven't been feeling particularly crash hot, you know, whether it be the itch with my sunburn or just a system feeling a little more, blah, you know, and not feeling like I'm fully 100%, you know, and fully active. I don't know, just not feeling generally well. It's just how I've been feeling lately. I think it's just, you know, probably. I mean, I don't know whether it's necessarily stress. It might be just the fact that I change the seasons. My joints are acting up. My nose is acting up. My mucous membranes. Everything else is just like all over the place, and that's especially when it comes to my system. When my system gets mucked up that way, it makes me feel like I got my head in the fucking clouds and I'm like foggy and shit. So the point that I'm trying to make, and the point that I'm trying to give across anyway, is okay. I've played GTA 5, been playing that quite extensively. I've loved it to bits. Aside from GTA 5, I've been editing a few videos. I think I probably will end up getting rid of that one because I just don't see the point in putting it up. It was just a little unboxing video. Actually, I don't know. See, it's sort of a catch-22. I could, but I mean, I don't know. If I restore it, I'll probably end up putting I'll end up putting an unboxing video on there. So, let's see. Did I end up deleting that one? So I put that. Okay, I've already done the review for my unboxing review for my keyboard. And let's see. Let's go to these ones. That one? Yes. Hello YouTube, how you doing? And I think that's the one. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Hello YouTube, how you doing? United States. And it came pretty fast. It was pretty... Okay. So let me just check that actually is the same thing. I just want to make sure. Hello YouTube, how you doing? Of
Things you would...
Yep, there we go. Okay, so that's actually what I thought it was. Okay, so we'll delete those. Delete. They're just old copies of files that I said I wanted to edit together. So, I've pretty much got all my videos ready to upload, except for this one video, which is this one here, which is the unboxing of my my modem, which, you know, at the moment my connection's just a big pain in the ass, to be honest. I did have some GTA 5 footage on the Xbox, but I sort of randomly turned around and went, fuck it, you know, screw it. I just didn't want to put it on there, so what I ended up doing is I just didn't end up using it, unfortunately. So, yeah. What else? So we got, so computers around the house work. Okay, so basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 videos we're trying to want to upload, and this is going to be part of them, pretty much explaining what's been going on the last few weeks. I have got a few things, and I've got a new case so I can build my project PC, which is going to be pretty much building my project's PC into a case and getting it fixed up so it actually looks really nice, and, you know, sell it to a customer, or sell, basically, or so I can sell it. At this point in time, I'm just, you know, stuck between rock and a hard place at the moment, because I'm just sort of, you know, here and there, but we'll see how we go. So what I've ended up doing anyway is I've ended up fixing up all my videos. So pretty much those 5 that I got at the moment. This one may end up being uploaded. I don't know. It may and may not. This video is definitely a part of that series, or that run through. I will end up doing another GTA 5 video, which I have already got previously recorded, which is in Bandicam here, and as you can see, it's right there. So that's the only problem with that is it's quite fucking big. It's 64 gigabytes, and it's massive. I don't know how long it is. Oh, tell me. 3 hours and 45 minutes. I don't know whether I'll cut some of that footage down. If I'm really in the mood and I'm not feeling too lazy, I might cut some of that footage down or cut that footage together for different things. What's this? Desktop. So yeah, that's pretty much my recording drive anyway. But the point that I'm trying to make, and the point that I'm trying to give across, is that at this point I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the problem with those 5 videos is the upload factor, me being able to upload them in a timely manner, which is rather frustrating when you've got the boggy ass connection like I've got, and yeah, it's just fucking annoying. So at this point in time, it's sort of me making videos, as many videos as I can as possible, then I'll start to upload them slowly over time, and, you know, there'll probably be a few weeks between things. I mean, to be honest, if I had a faster connection, I'd be, you know, things would be uploading straight away, and I'd pretty much give up on that. But at this point in time, I can't really make, yeah, it's not as easy to make my video. Well, it's easy. Okay, here's the issue. It's easy for me to make the videos and, you know, relate to the videos and actually put videos up. That's not the problem. I can make videos till the cows come home. I can probably make hundreds in a week, explaining different things that I do, going through my job, you know, being exact with the detail. But the problem that I have is uploading them in a timely fashion to be able to get them on there so they're actually there for people to watch. That's half the issue, and that's half the problem. My connection is basically lost in translation, pretty much. So, anyway, I've been playing that. Now, there's a couple other games as well that I tacked out, which, what was this? Which I haven't actually done any footage for, which I will do, because, it's been performing pretty well. I've managed to get the settings just right for performance ratio, but it's Dying Light, which I started playing. If I can find the fucker everything. I've got everything on high. I had to turn the draw distance down because that was one of the recommendations if you wanted better frame rates. Dying Light, right here, which I have to actually play through and have a little bit more. I've unlocked 3 achievements so far, and I've played about 2 hours of the game, in actual fact. So not too bad considering, but I've basically got to... Basically, I got to run through this game and just, you know, play a bit of it, a little more of it, you know, get used to it. Not just that, but actually, instead of the context of playing through the game, I mean play through the game and actually complete some of the missions. I completed the first tutorial, which was a little hard because you had a poor parkour thing you had to do, which was a little difficult, jumping up and down off different things. I mean, I died a couple of times here and there, but I'm saying that I'm not a perfect gamer either, so... The other side of the spectrum, I'm not a bad gamer either. I wouldn't consider myself a bad gamer. So, I mean, looking at this other aspects, as you can see, I've got to run through these missions and run through the game, basically, and pretty much get used to it. Dying Light, I'll probably end up playing some more of it and actually recording the session that I played, because now I can actually get the frame rate to a reasonable size or a reasonable amount, which wasn't really happening before, to be honest. So what else we got? We'll see how the footage turns out when I start recording it. Aside from that, I've re-downloaded some settings. I mean, I had put a mod on GTA 5 or GTA 4, but I mean, to be honest, I'm not going to fiddle too much with that. I'm just going to leave GTA 4 as it is. I re-downloaded some files for GTA 4, Liberty City episodes, and GTA 5 and GTA 4 itself. And GTA 5 is performing very nicely as well. I don't know, most games I'm finding, like, with a certain parameters, which you'll actually see with GTA 5, which I fiddled around with some of the settings of my other games. Certain games, the recommended settings for video, some of them work, some of them don't. So it's sort of down to your individual rig, I guess. I found with Dying Light that I had to actually turn the draw distance back a fair bit. Like, just down really, really, really low, because it was just the easiest way. People said that there's not really much difference, like, you can't really tell them a great deal of difference with the draw distance down. And it looked pretty good anyway. It looked great, even with the draw distance at a minimum. But they put the textures on high, basically. So, what have I ended up doing with this? I've ended up... Basically, Dying Light and a few other games, I've ended up customizing the settings. I've ended up trying to customize settings for 4K, most settings, on most games that I have. The games that I haven't really adjusted too much of is this, because it's still on its original settings, which is not 4K. Which, I know that game can do 4K, because I actually tried it on 4K, and it actually runs very reasonably well. So I got this Black Ops 2, then I do Call of Duty Ghosts, which looks good. Then... Modern Warfare 2, which doesn't look bad. It looks good on 4K. No, hold on a second. Did I stick that? No. Okay, never mind. I actually stuck that back to, like, a lower res. I probably will stick it higher with the settings that have been applied in this. I just wanted to get a general settings run through of Modern Warfare 2, basically, to see if it actually works. So, Crisis... did I end up adjusting that? No, that went back to that resolution, but I might shove the resolution up on some of these just to see how it goes. Fallout 3, which is the lower resolution. Some of these games I've actually set to the lower resolution, which is 1440p. Now, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've just going to set it to 1440p, and then I'll shove the resolution up and see if the actual settings that I've got will stick to actually working properly. Borderlands 2, Bioshock Infinite, Battlefield 3. Basically all these games. Most of these games that I've thrown at the system have run pretty well. Bureau, Classified, what's that running at? 3K. So to be honest, some of the settings I've had to shove back a little bit and just sort of get a borderline setting. So, I mean, some of the settings, it's a case of fiddling with it until you get the exact setting you want. I mean, I'm running two 770s in SLI, which runs pretty well on 4K. There's most games I've thrown at it and don't buckle under the pressure. Basically, it doesn't fall over too much. So yeah, Shadowplay. I've been using Shadowplay of late. Did I? Yes. Yeah, yes, I did. My point is, I've been using Shadowplay mostly to record most of my gameplay footage. It's just much easier to do most of the time. It seems to have less of an impact on performance ratios. In most cases, I think I've tried Bandicam before, and Bandicam tends to give me bad performance in the sense of frame rate drops. I mean, the only other option I've really got is a direct DisplayPort recording device of some type, but I don't actually have anything that is directly off that or does that direct sort of work. So for the moment, I'm just pretty much stuck with recording off the computer using Shadowplay. I have used other games like Action Replay. I think it was called Action or something, Action Live or something. That seemed okay, but I found it would crash from time to time, would just here and there. So I'm thinking that I might see if there's another piece of software out there that might be a little more optimized in the sense. I mean, Bandicam is okay; it gives me frame rates and everything else. But I found with Bandicam, it can be an issue sometimes with. Not just it can be an issue sometimes with frame rates dropping because it seems to chew up the performance of the computer. And not that I haven't got a crappy rig, put it that way. So I mean it's not a shit house rig. It's the 900 series 9590 8-core processor, 4.72 gigahertz, 32 gigabytes of RAM. Solid state drive, which it's an Evo, but it still works and it works pretty well. An Evo is 251 gigabytes. It's a 500 gigabyte drive basically, and then the rest of the drives that I have in my system pretty much are a combination of 3 terabytes combined with some 2 terabyte. I got for my games drive. I got a 2 terabyte SSHD, which does benefit me in performance. I have noticed with games and things like that with frame rates. Let's see what else. I mean, if you want maximum performance, you're probably better off putting your games on an SSD. But at this point in time, an SSD was not really in my budget, so I went with an SSHD, which I'm going to say it is fast. I mean, it is honestly faster than anything of that nature. Well, it is faster than comparison to a normal hard drive that you would get, a normal mechanical drive. So I got like 1, 2. Shit, I've got. So I got 2 terabytes. Well, 3 terabytes. There's a 3 terabyte drive there. So I got 1, 2. 1, 2. So 1, 2. 2, 3 terabyte drives. A 4 terabyte drive, which is for data storage and like recordings and stuff, and then a 2 terabyte drive, which is just for basically mixed storage. I think that's like a what is it? Most of my drives are like a higher. They're like a higher rating. They're basically one's a black. Pretty sure one of them is a Western Digital black, and the rest of them are pretty much Seagates. Yes, the rest of them are pretty much Seagates. The 3 terabyte drives are Seagate, and 3 terabyte Seagate drives. Then this is pretty much my games drive, which is my SSHD, which works pretty well, as I said. And that's my memory card for my camera, which is 32 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes pretty much. So yeah, I mean, my rig is not crappy by any standards, and I mean, it's not perfect either, but it's for what budget and what money I had. I got the best I possibly could get, basically, or the best I could go for in the budget that I was going with. So at the end of it, the truth is that I got a pretty good rig out of it, and I got some pretty good performance out of it. Most of the games that I'm coming across here are pretty nice. Never had any major issues with most of these games. All these games pretty much play and function correctly. The screens that I'm using aren't crappy either. Like with the Samsung UD 4K, UD 59H or whatever it is. So it's a 4K screen anyway. 4K screen runs at 60 Hz on the DisplayPort, which is very nice. And it's not it's not a crappy screens by any means at all. It's quite. It looks good. It doesn't look shitty. So then you've got basically, and in fact I've got SLI and everything else. So where are we? Change resolution. So you've got this Samsung UD28D5590, and then on the side of it I got a little side monitor basically it's it's an Acer. It's a little 19-inch Acer, which is 16. It's nothing fancy. It's not a high resolution one. It's 1600 by 900. It's basically just that extra desk space, so I can spread out windows when I'm doing multiple window work, when I'm chatting online and doing stuff like that. Stuff of that nature, basically. Okay, emails. Yes. Chainsaw, anyone? This is interesting ads. I always get loads of different advertisement ads and things like that. I also get these guys, which I should promote these guys a little more. Shoppingexpress.com.au. They have a combination of different stuff that they sell cheaply. Well, it's sort of cheaply depending on if you've got the money at the time. It's cheap, but if you haven't got the money, it's not. But basically, they sell all this stuff, for different prices, and a lot of the comparison price I found compared to some of the other websites that I've used and some of the ones that I use, it's a lot cheaper, and the shipping's still pretty reliable. Every item that I've ever bought from them, I've always got. So yeah, Half-Life 2. As I said, there's a lot of different games that I have, and at the same side of it, most of the stuff pretty much all the stuff that I have here, it's nice. It's reasonable, so not too bad. I see something. Okay, so yeah, I've also got. I got a couple of things. I got Origin, which. So I've got Origin as well as Steam. If I can just get that to... it's not going to spread out. Fuck you. There we go. My games pretty much on Origin are, I think, Battlefield 1942, Battlefield 3. There's a few games I got free as well. Though some of these were free. Dead Space 2, which I've actually got that on the on Steam, but there's an activation problem. I need to actually see about that. I just haven't got around to it because I haven't played that game. I haven't played that game for a long time. Dragon Age Origins, which is not too bad. Mass Effect 2, Medal of Honor, which I've enjoyed immensely. I like Medal of Honor, it's pretty cool. Peggle, Plants vs. Zombies, Syndicate, and Wing Commander 3. Which, all these work, because I have installed them and I think I tested some of them briefly. Then there's this other one. This one, which is like indie games, pretty much. These are a combination of indie games. I'll probably, to be honest, I need to reinstall some of these because I haven't actually installed them. But I mean, to be honest, I don't use them that often. So I mean, I may consider just totally disabling this at startup. Not that I don't think it's worth the time, but yeah, it's frustrating. I'd bugger it. I might disable this at startup because I don't see the point to getting it to auto start. Auto login. Yes, I'm still on auto login. It's not auto start. Save and close. So pretty much, I might just exit out of that because the two main platforms that I have come to use so far. Steam's my biggest one because it's got most of my games on it. Then EA's Origin is pretty much my second one, which has a fair few games that I like and different things like that. So what was the other one? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it anyway. But that's pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole thing. That's my combination of different games, the games I enjoy. Pretty much every game I've thrown at 4K doesn't seem to buckle under the pressure too much. Sometimes it's a case of adjusting the settings, customizing them wise, to get them just correct. I got a heap of shitload of apps and stuff, backup apps and everything else to be able to back up my data and things like that. Repair tools for Windows, Valley benchmarks, Mozilla Thunderbird, Minicam, Nobytes, driving, just heaps of stuff. I mean, to be honest, I don't know whether I've actually. I want to see if I launch it. There, launch it for a while. I wonder if it'll actually come up if I ask me for access. I'm sorry, you have to agree to a license agreement. Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. Okay, so it's that. I do support iTunes. I have an iTunes database anyway. Turbolista, DVD Fab. As I said, these are all pretty much my apps that I use, and most of them are pretty beneficial, and most of them have a reason for being there. GPU-Z. My temperatures my temperatures aren't bad either. Like, the temperatures that I get from my system are not crappy either. Considering that I'm running a 900 series processor, which doesn't always run that cool anyway, it's 40 degrees at the moment, and processor, my 770 is 53, and my other 770 is 48 at the moment. And I mean, depending on whether I've got the air conditioner cranked or, ambient temperature in the room, sometimes depending on that, it depends on the temperatures. Most of the time I find my temperatures stay within a good range, and, considering that I've got an FX 9590, the temperatures stay pretty well in hand, Then you've got the temperatures of my hard drives, as you can see, pretty much all my hard drives are Seagate, Western Digital, Seagate, Samsung, Seagate. So pretty much all my drives are Seagates, one Western Digital, that's the Western Digital Black, and my Samsung drive, which, to be honest, I find Samsung's SSD is pretty reliable from my past experience with them, and some of the ones that I've come across, and some of the consumer ones, even some of the consumer ones I've seen online, they tend to have a more reliable track record, so far anyway. I also find that Seagate drives tend to be more reliable too. I don't think I've ever had really Seagate drives fail on me. I may have had one or two Western Digital drives fail on me from time to time, but, not overly, and I mean, most of the time it's pretty good. What else we got? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Then I've got, for my external stuff, I've got an actual mouse, which is oh shit, it's the G5, well, it's at the bottom of it, G502, which is a good mouse. Let's see, no, I don't want that. I'll check for updates just to see if there's any actual driver updates. Very often it doesn't actually tell you there's driver updates available for the mouse. It's going to tell me the software's up to date, so that's pretty cool. Then I got my Logitech webcam, which is a Logitech HD Pro webcam C920. Nice little webcam, actually. Serves me very well, and the only thing that annoys me, but it annoys me, it's mainly to do with my connection. It will go from HD to actual, lower HD spectrum, sort of non-HD, when I'm in Skype. But that's pretty much to do with my connection being a piece of shit to start with, so there's not really much I can do about that, to be truthful. There's also this little piece of software which I picked up, which is Aeroflux. It's like it adjusts your screen lighting, so it actually is better for your eyes, which I found it very beneficial when I'm doing a lot of things, especially at night, to be able to get my screen, just right. Power ISO, which is a nice little piece of software. File cloud updates and everything else. What else? CC Cleaner, which is marvelous for cleaning out like extra crap stuff and everything else. And I have my own VPN. I use VPN Express, which is pretty cool so far. I haven't had any major issues. Aside from my connection being a big issue, because occasionally my connection can just be absolutely rotten as ass, and sometimes connecting to the VPN can be a little difficult because basically it's annoying. It comes down to the VPN connection Like, sometimes my ISP has a great connection to itself, but not to anything else outside of its own network. So, yeah, trying to connect to a VPN can be a little troublesome sometimes, and not all the time, but just sometimes. But I like having the VPN. It's just, it gives me that the extra privacy options for Facebook and things like that, and Skype, and, you know, things of that nature. Aside from that, you know, I mean, my connection does run reasonably well most of the time. I mean, it does have its moments. It's just that there are other moments where it just literally, it's just like shits itself. And, you know, just, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to work today, fuck you. You know, in combination of it just, I'm sorry, what, you actually wanted a connection today? Which, you know, and then sometimes it works flawlessly. It works great. It works better than expected. And then it's like, shit. But, saying that, the actual connection that I have... shit. 2... So, that's not it. No. So, admin... Password, obviously. Nope, that didn't work. Probably because I... Okay, that's better. Oh, really? What the fuck? It's my password. Oh, my password must be default. No, that... Oh, really? Hold on a second. Now I know why it doesn't work. Because it's actually something different. Was it? Right. Shit. See, this is the problem when you put a password down. That would be it. No! Fuck you! Really? Oh my god. Asshole. Really? Okay. Password is... Right? Yes! Okay, got it. Okay, sorry, I had to just get that password just exactly right. It's like... Anyway, the point is, this is the new modem that I ended up using anyway. The thing that shits me... It's not the actual modem's problem, it's more of a case of my line. Now, my line values are not great. I'm probably about 3, maybe 4 kilometers. Well, probably about 3. Let's be realistic. Probably about 3.5 kilometers from the exchange. And the rate, you know, like I'm getting attention, which is 46. This is actually better than previous ones, but 46 and then, you know, 32 for my upload, 46 for my downstream bandwidth, and my line obtainable speed is that. Now, when I first got this connection, the line obtainable speed was much higher. It was like 8. Was it 8 kilobits per second, basically. Or kps per second, right? Which, now it's 4.5 kilobits per second. My upload was much higher as well. It was probably about, 700-900 or whatever sometimes, depending on the situation. It was much higher. It was much higher anyway. My point is, my download was much higher than it used to be. I had stability problems with the connection, basically phase in and out and lose sync and things like that. So they had to put stability profiles and everything else on the line. Basically, at this point, I know it's my line. I know it's the issue with my line, and I know my line is crappy. Considering the distance that signal has to travel from here to the exchange, it's not the best ideal situation in most cases. So for the area I'm in, I'm not actually getting a bad speed. I'm not getting a shitty speed. Well, there's people in worse situations who probably got lower speeds than I do in this area, who probably end up having much lower speeds just because of where the exchange is for them. So, you look at that and you think, okay, hold on a second, what? You think, okay, hold on a second, line obtainable rate 4.5, and I'm like, okay, thank you. And I'm like, wow, it just shits me that my connection is as low as it is. This is basically the state of affairs I'm in. The average connection is 5 kilobits per second in most cases, in most countries, in different places. And I'm probably getting a little bit below that in some cases, in some situations. So, it's a bit frustrating and annoying, and it does annoy the shit out of me. As I said, it is really annoying to have to put up with that. To put up with the fact that my connection's not that great to start with. On top of that, my SNR margins were all over the place at one point. They weren't actually solid now, which they're about 11.2, 12.2, depending, 12.0 or whatever, depending on a given day, weather conditions sometimes, and things of that nature. So, I just sort of went, fuck, really? What's this bullshit? Which it annoyed me to no end. To be honest, this modem isn't too bad. It seems to be giving me a pretty stable signal most of the time, and my load rates aren't overly bad, but then they aren't overly good either. To be honest, for somebody who uploads YouTube videos that are fucking huge, and I know you're going to say try and compress them, but I've tried that shit before, and it pisses me off to have to compress them so badly that maybe sometimes they end up looking like shit quality, you know what I mean? And I want to be able to put quality videos up. I don't want to have to fucking, skimp on the quality because my connection is a piece of arse. So yeah, it's just frustrating. It annoys me. It grinds my gears, as fucking fucking Family Guy. But yeah, that's my point. It does piss me off, and it pisses me off for the fact that I have to put up with that. As I said, I want to connect. Uptime. I'm connected. Connection duration has been 5 hours, 30 minutes. See, I don't know. Periodically, I know my connection does drop from time to time, where it literally drops, and then sometimes I can stay connected for days on end. I can, like 2 or 3 days, or a day or so. It might be one day 5 hours or something. But it shits me. It does. It really does piss me off that that my connection is in the state it's in. Yeah, it does. And my new modem, adding a new modem sometimes makes a difference, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it just absolutely shits itself even now. And you think, well, okay, hold on a second, what the fuck is going on here? I want my connection to actually go, I want my connection to push itself to the limit. And then, as I said, yes, I can compress things, I'm not arguing that. I got fucking, what's the name of it? This, which is Handbrake, right? Yes, I'm not arguing, I can compress the files, but I can't compress the fucking files that much, because I don't want to lose the fucking quality of the files in the first place. That's my point. I don't want to have to lose too much quality from it. You know what I mean? It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to the viewers and the people that I put these videos up for. It's not a fair system either. At the current rate of it anyway. But my point is, I've ended up signing a, what do you call it, an NBN petition thing, which is, I honestly want it in my area. I want the NBN right now. It'd be fucking nice if I could just get it in my area. I'd be so fucking ecstatically happy. It would make my life so much more or less stressful in the sense of wanting to, get those videos up and get those things. Look, it would make my channel a lot better too. I honestly believe it would have benefit to my channel. And not just that, but benefit in general, just to the whole neighbourhood. We'd just get the whole fucking neighbourhood done, the whole of Flory done. I'd like to somebody to step in who had money and be able to actually, cable the whole fucking neighbourhood, and people could choose whether they wanted the connection or not, And that'd be fucking grand. That'd be great. But likelihood of it happening, I don't know. But, you know, if anybody does have interest in the floor area, and I know there's probably people out there who have interest, and there's probably a big percentage. I know there's a big percentage. I don't know, we could like pool our money or something, I don't know. But anyway, my point is, that's my piss-povy connection, which most of the time causes me issues of trying to actually upload a fucking video. So that pretty much pisses me off, because, you know, I mean, sure, I can compress this, but how far can you compress something that's about 16 gigabytes? It's probably going to go down a few. I'm not going to deny it's going to go down a bit, but not that much, you know. Especially because I like to do at least 2 or 3 hour videos, you know. You know, well, I don't know how long was that one. That was a combined video of different videos. So let's see, 3 hours. That was 3 hours 9 minutes. So, you know. That's my point. I like to do at least 3 hours or 4 hours just rambling around and just playing games, you know?
Hello, YouTube. How you doing?
And gaming is something I enjoy, and I enjoy bringing it to people too. Some of my Tech Talk stuff I like bringing it to people and showing them and making them enjoy it. You know what I mean? Not making them, well, you know what I mean? Letting them enjoy it, you know what I mean? I mean, a lot of that stuff, as I said, I mean, you know, something like this, even that can overtax my connection. I know it can, because I've uploaded files like that before. And then, you know, 635 megabytes. I mean, the small files are okay. Don't get me wrong. The small files for upload aren't that bad, because they can, yeah. I mean, if anybody knows a program where I compress something really, really fucking small, and I still get the same quality, I'm happy to look at the program. If you can just, you know, do that for me. Boobs in public. Yes, I know. I know. Well, you know. I was like, random stuff is recommended for you, because I've actually watched a couple of videos. Tara Babcock, which she catches me as a bit of a sort of a shallow person, extremely shallow at times. Not that she doesn't have a nice set of tits. I'm not denying that, but you know, at the end of it, I don't judge a person just on their boobs, and I don't judge a person just on their physical appearance. I judge them on their personality and their mind and their intellectual state of mind, you know? So, I don't know. I mean, she's not totally that. She does have some opinions that probably make a little bit of sense, but there's still stuff, yeah, I don't know. That's a whole other argument that's a whole other video for a whole another day, and sort of things. Some of the stuff I agree with is different, so... Okay, so what I want to do, well, I was going to show you anyway. What I'll do is I'll upload this one, because this is the smallest one at the moment. I'll go with the smallest video. I'll start with the smallest video, or smallest videos, because they're probably just the easiest option. So I'm going to do, I'll just upload that, and maybe add that one. Half my issue is basically just my connection bottoming out. See, that's a reasonable amount of time, but like something with a really, really massive file size, it's the case of uploading it can be a big pain in the ass to do. And, you know, it's sad but true. Project being worked on. We end up... What the fuck am I going to do? So what I might end up doing... Well, look, I'm going to leave that to upload anyway, because that's not going to take that long. But, the thing that I found, I mean... I don't know whether it'll actually do it. This one, I'm not sure. What I found... As I said, and it's yes, it is a fault of ADSL. But I found sometimes with saturating your upload bandwidth, it just totally fucks everything, which is frustrating, to be honest. Maybe eBay. What? Why is it in Chinese? Or is it just a Chinese day? Oh. So I see. Look, basically, when I start to upload a fucking file, I mean, depending on the modem that I'm using, and I've tried a couple of different modems to be able to upload and do files and stuff at the same time. As soon as I start to upload a file, it doesn't matter whether it's smaller than my actual bandwidth, you know, it just fucks everything. It absolutely fucks it, you know. I mean, I don't know whether that's something that, I mean, maybe it's something that Google sort of have to work on to actually get people's, you know, if people have got low bandwidth, it should be something that actually works on it. Doesn't pull up your whole fucking bandwidth for your connection to be able to upload a video like this and things like that. It just frustrates me. It pisses me off. Just, look, it pisses me off. It pisses me off mainly because if you look at, as I said, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because I don't always get 100% speed out of everything. I don't always get 100% maxed out of it. You know, I mean, these are the two smaller files here, which to be honest, they're not all uploading at once. It's just the one file, the first file that I wanted to upload, which is, shit, hold on a second. First file I want to upload, which is 635 megabytes. Now, I mean, when you get into the bigger files and everything else, you know, I mean, it's still 4.09 gigabytes. And the bigger file like this one, which is 16 gigabytes. Look, I know I could probably split it into like 10-minute videos, but I just couldn't be fucked. You know, depending on my mood. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's okay. That's not too bad. That's 2.49, which is not too bad. But, you know, big things where I just talk a lot and there's a lot of stuff going on, and, you know, whether I'm talking about certain subjects and things like that, I like to be able to fucking upload, you know, a video and not feel like my connection's being tapped out, you know? It's frustrating with ADSL, and the experience of ADSL with some of this stuff can be absolutely abysmally bucked. You know what I mean? I mean, there's so much shit going on about, in the sense of all this new stuff that Telstra and all these companies are talking about, like, you know, basically with Telstra and things like that. And, well, okay, basically I've talked to a couple of workers, people who work on the lines, and people who have line technician experience. And their basic premise is that the current state of the 100-year-old fucking copper lines we've got going for Australia's infrastructure at the moment is absolutely abysmal. There is just no way that it's going to support the actual national broadband network, even if they want it to do that. Because there's just, I mean, even if they replace the cable. See, the thing is, they would need to replace the cables with, I mean, even if they just took the cheap option and replaced the cables with the data cables, you know, like, basically taking the 100-year-old copper we've got and replacing it with data cable, or, sorry, correct me, not data cables, but even if they replace it with copper again, but copper that actually can take data, like can take voice, you know, in combination take voice and take data as well. I mean, not just one thing. And that's the thing about it. I don't think it would be that prohibitively expensive for the government to do that. I mean, especially if you knew the right people, especially if you knew the right contracts, and I mean, I don't know, just personal opinion, you know? And would probably make Australia's infrastructure better. It would be better to invest in it for the future, to be honest. So, yeah, it's just, it makes more sense to me than anything else. And I don't understand why the country is not investing in this shit. It doesn't make any sense. It's better for the IT industry. It's better for the computer industry. The connections themselves, you know, when we can't even get a certain parameters on our connections, that's fucking pathetic. It's sad, alright? And I think we need to, as a nation, be in touch with this stuff, because if we're not, how are we going to drive future business? Look, it's like companies falling off the face of the planet because there's not enough resources in our country to be able to do the work they want to do, whether it be high bandwidth or fucking gaming or whatever, you know, because there's actually a couple of companies, like I think it was 2K, that ended up going out of Australia because they just didn't have any profitable market here. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? You're just going to fuck the jobs in Australia, and that's just not going to help the situation at fucking all. It's no, I'm sorry. The current government's just retarded, and they've got things backwards, and they've got their ass backwards, and, you know, Tony Abbott's an idiot, to be honest. Just from personal preference, alright? I honestly think Labour, even if, yeah, okay, look, Labour have their moments where they're going to spend a little more than they should, and I'm not arguing that. They probably have had that in the past, but I more support Labour than I do Liberals. I've never supported Liberals because the Liberals are too tight-assed about everything, you know? Yeah, no. I can't support Liberal propaganda or Liberal points of view as government because they're fucking so tight-assed. You know, it's like pucker-up arseholes sort of thing, you know? It's just, fuck, no. I'm sorry, it's just ridiculous. And, no, it's not fair to Australians in general, so... Alright, I'm going to leave it there anyway. Thank you very much, YouTube. Like, subscribe to me on Twitter. So we've got Twitter. Fucking god damn it. All my services. So, you got me on Twitter. Oh. See what I mean? See what I mean? It's still dodgy. Just like, okay. Right. Come on. Hello. Motherfuckers. Okay. I've got Google Plus, Facebook. I've got my own Facebook page, which has got my sort of business comment on it. So we've got Google Plus, Facebook, Twitch TV, Instagram, which I may be getting a few other accounts. I've also got a LinkedIn account if anybody wants to just like my qualifications and shit. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed my videos. Stay tuned and definitely find some interesting stuff so far anyway. If you're interested in more videos, obviously, tell me what you like, tell me what you're interested in, and I'll try to accommodate to that as much as I possibly can. Of course, you know, there's no guarantees, just mainly because of my internet connection. But, I mean, you know, if you want to support my channel as well, to be able to upgrade to future technologies and things like that, and also help me with a sense of technical, you know, looking at the latest tech or doing reviews and stuff, you know, feel free to donate, which my crowd support icon is somewhere on this page. Should be. It's there, I know it is. Anyway, there's a crowd support thing, which, if you actually go view this page as public, which I should probably do yourself, returning subscriber. Come on, hello? No, I said, fuck me, really? Okay, oh no. Well, my fucking connection is going to catch up. Okay, so... popular channels I like, featured channels that I like. Definitely recommend all these channels. Nice tech tips, Tech Tomorrow, Blunty, definitely nice. Canon Productions, of course, my nephew's channel, which is cool. He does Let's Plays and everything else. Made an Atheist, he's always got some interesting points and some relative points, especially when it comes to looking from the context that, you know, religion is not the be and end all of everything. Tech Syndicate, they're pretty cool too. I've never had any problems with them. They're quite cool, and because they've got some good videos. They've got some interesting perspectives too. And they like to have a beer. They like to have a beer occasionally when they're fixing computers, which, you know, well, they like to have a beer and things like that. So I can relate to that. I can really relate to that. So what else we got? Oh wow, shit. So yeah, we've got that, and then we've got the crowd support channel thing, which it should be there. I'm pretty sure it's on my channel. It should be there. Blah 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 blah. I know it's there. Why is it not there? It's weird. Subscribed. No, where are you, my friends? Well, it's there anyway. I know the crowd support thing is there anyway. It is there, and it's available. If you want to support me, you know, donate to me. So yeah, alright, anyway, thank you very much, and stay tuned, YouTube, I've got more coming up, obviously. yeah, in the not too distant future, I hopefully will have some more videos uploaded. But yeah, this is just my present upload and sort of trying to get everything uploaded. Okay, thank you very much, YouTube, and catch you. Hope you enjoyed my videos, and sort of like, subscribe, hit the like button. Hit the like button on my business website on Facebook if you like. Yeah, just say hello. I'm always around.